What's up, guys? Hey, how we doing? Hey, I just want to give a shout out to that young man who jumped up there with the Colombian flag and represented. Like I said, I think that's good to do those types of things and represent for your country, whether you're Colombian, American, or whatever. So great job. And then a lot of people I heard some kickback on Casey Cochran, like I was being down on him for any reason or his family and how they're managing him. That's not the case. My point is, the kid is awesome. And I don't want him to get ruined. I feel like he's destined to be a superstar. He has all those intangibles. Let's not blow it at this point. So I wasn't coming down on Casey Cochran, his family, more Husqvarna or the Baker's Factory for not managing their talent or understanding what they have. And, you know, racers are racers. Casey's going to want to go, and he's going to go until you make him stop. So good on Casey. Somebody at Husqvarna, come on, man. That's your investment. He is going to be a superstar. Don't run him into the ground as an amateur. Can we not learn from Jet Reynolds and all these other list of amateurs that you guys have run into the ground and manage them for the pros? That's where it really matters when their pro career starts. And that's why you give them all this stuff in amateurs, to groom them. And then I want to give a little update on Dade City, the tragedy. God, this is horrible. This is so horrible. So I actually had some of the information wrong. I've been given updated information. Apparently this poor kid crashed at the bottom of a tabletop and another kid came over and hit him. And I'm told there was a flagger, but there wasn't even time to get the flag out. And it was just one of those things, man. It sucks. It's such a dangerous sport. It's absolutely brutal. But I mean, gosh, I just said my best to the kid that hit him, the family of the young kid. But, you know, let's talk about this stuff. Let's try and figure out ways to try and prevent it. It's still going to happen, but, you know, I appreciate it. And then last week I did a video about Tim Cotter and MX Sports and what they've done to, you know, Lillian Judd. So they have a huge YouTube channel, and I have to update it. At the time, they were billing them for a $500 camping spot that they weren't going to use. I have to think MX Sports realized how many views these guys get on YouTube and went, okay, well, let's try and make this right. Let's be a little bit more careful because these guys have pull. But that kind of makes me mad too, because what? So they bully people unless you have a platform to actually speak out against them? Yeah. So anyway, here's the video I did last week, and I want to thank Complete Racing Solutions. Coach Rob is starting his program. He's accepting applications for his team. So get those in if you want to be on Coach Rob's team and be a stronger, more competitive, more durable athlete. So hit up Coach Rob. Epic Garage Designs. If you want slat wall flooring, you name it, Epic has it. And if you're in the Las Vegas area, Epic Blinds and Shutters. Get some window coverings. Ride Strapped. You guys know Ride Strapped. Let's Go Brandon goggles. We the People goggles. Just awesome stuff. I love Strapped. And Precision Transport. If you want a quality trucking company to haul your stuff at a reasonable price, hit up Precision Transport. The website is pretransport.com. So hit them up. And now let's get into the video I did last week, guys.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So I was watching Epic Vlogmas at his Washougal. Brandon did a video up in Washougal, and he was talking about how his daughter Lillian's training for Lillian Judd. This little girl can ride, and it's awesome. And those of you who have kids understand what I'm talking about. When your kid decides to do something, you couldn't be prouder, especially when they dedicate themselves. So she's out there training, he's doing his thing, trying to pay for it all. A lot of you guys understand this struggle. It's not easy. This is an expensive sport. We love it, but it costs a lot of money, especially to chase your dream. And Loretta Lynn's is the pinnacle of women's racing. There's not a national championship here in the United States, so when it comes to Loretta Lynn's, that's pretty much it. So Lillian Judd is qualified, she's training, she's getting ready, and apparently she's going to stay with her friend and doesn't need the camping spot. Brandon tried to cancel it. Here's how it went.
Fees that go along with Loretta's. I'm still learning what all the fees are. One of them is a camping fee. It's $500 to camp there for the weekend. I didn't purchase a camping site for Lillian because she's gonna be staying with Isla. So I thought we were good. I was like, sweet, saves me $500. Yesterday I'm getting emails from MX Sports saying that I am required to purchase a camping pass. Like she has to pay for a $500 camping pass even if she doesn't use it, or they're not gonna let her race. So I'm gonna call them and I'm gonna explain the situation that she doesn't need it and see if we can get that waived. Because I'm sure, from what I hear, they're really easy to talk to and really reasonable about it. So.
MX Sports, how can I help you?
My daughter's on her way to the race and I signed her up, but I guess there's like a camping fee that she was supposed to.
Facility permit, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is this for Lillian?
It is, yes. I was wondering, is there any way that it'd be possible to waive the fee? Because one, she's going to be staying with someone else, and two, we're kind of like maxed out on our budget. So
That fee cannot be waived, and it's mandatory that it's paid or they're taking her out.
do you offer any programs, or would there be a way to get a discount if she maybe pulls weeds at the ranch on the days when she's not racing?
Unfortunately, no.
No, huh?
What is your name?
I'm Brandon. I'm her father.
So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Unfortunately, if you guys don't pay that, they're pulling her from the program.
So no problem. He's going to keep the camping spot. So she shows up there earlier than he is because he's out working, trying to pay for, Lillian's dream in racing. And this is the response that Tim Cotter has for her.
Yeah, so this is our first time ever going to Loretta's, and it's, we're a middle-class family and kind of like learning as we go, the fees and stuff. So my daughter, I'm on the West Coast, my daughter calls me at 10 o'clock my time when she gets to the ranch at the entrance, and she said that Tim Cotter comes out and stops them at the entrance and tells her that she needs to pay the camp facility fee, and she said that we were told we had until Monday, so she said my dad's gonna pay it, and he says, well, I saw you were doing training, so you can afford training but you can't afford your camping fee. And then he says you don't have your parental release form, you can't practice on Monday. I guess he knows I'm getting there on Tuesday, so he's like, you can't practice. And then I was like, well, I filled it out online, and he said we need a hard copy of it. So today I call MX Sports, and MX Sports is like, you cannot sign up unless you fill out the parental release form first. So if you're signed up, then that means we have your form. So MX Sports is telling me one thing, that we're good, and then Tim Cotter's harassing my daughter, scaring her, saying that she's not going to be able to practice on Monday. So yeah, dude, this is wild. This is like a crazy experience.
Now, to me, this is disgusting. No, this is 100%. First off, I mean, I can kind of understand MX Sports. They held the camp and then they can't sell it to somebody else. Okay, no big deal. But you have the stuff on file, the kid's racing. You don't think you're going to get paid for that camping spot? Do you, Tim Cotter, really need to bully a little girl there living her dream and not let her into the track or harass her going into the track? This is the same guy that was in the room and bullied Brennan Schofield last year. And there's more than one situation with Tim Cotter. This guy is a bully. He's just drunk on power. The guy's a real piece of crap. I don't like him, and he's not good for the sport. Davey Coombs likes him around because he does his dirty work, because he does these types of things. But 100% stopping Lillian is in response, because Epic Vlogmas has a big, check them out on YouTube. They're awesome. They do some really good videos. His video from Washougal is top notch. I subscribed, and I think you guys should too. But like I said, he brought light to MX Sports, kind of ripping them off a little bit about the camping site. No big deal, that's fair, right? Well, this, with Tim Cotter stopping his daughter and not allowing her to come in and threatening to not let her race, this is all the direct type of bullying that MX Sports does. These are the little things they do. It drives me nuts. You don't have to do this. Just say, oh, hey, how's it going, Lillian? Come on in. We'll take care of it when your dad gets here. If it were my daughter and Tim Cotter does this to her, I'm glad Brandon's a lot more level-headed than I am. It wouldn't go very well. This guy's a real piece of crap, man. He bullies kids. What kind of a chump does that? keep in mind, MX Sports is this is the same company that doesn't do any background checks and had a sex offender renting golf carts last year from, part of the Story family. I guess they named Storyland after that family because that family's done a lot to help the event. Well, a member of their family was renting the golf carts, and he's a violent sex offender with children between the ages of 13 and 17. If you want, go back and watch the other video I did on that. But that's who they had. Davey Coombs responded to me. He wasn't pissed that, he missed having a sex offender there. This dude was pissed that I mentioned the Story family and the Story tradition. Guess what? He's a sex offender, and you hired him to be around kids all week at campgrounds. That's not my problem. But this is how they respond to this stuff. Anyone that speaks out, they bully any which way they can. If it's keeping your daughter out on a night when she's driving to get there late at midnight to be a part of this expensive event, which is an awesome event, but somebody like Tim Cotter just doesn't need to be there. It's unnecessary. Don't do it. So if you see Tim Cotter, give him a piece of your mind. So anyway, Lily and Judd, have a good race. I'm cheering for you. Good luck, and check out Epic Vlogmas. Like I said, I'll put a little link in there, and Brandon and the Judd family, they do an amazing job. So, all right, guys, I just had to get that one off my chest real quick.